for someone that's been struggling to get into a home, don't play the waiting game. You can't time the market. It never works. I've never seen any. Have you guys ever seen anyone time the market and have it work out for them? Like their plan is, I'm waiting for rates to drop and I'm going to buy it. I can count on maybe one hand where that's happened to clients of mine. So if you're interested in making a decision now, you want to be the people that are buying when a lot of people aren't buying. I think that's the savvy move. And if rates do come down, which I'm clear they will in the future, I mean, there was that Morningstar report, so they were going to be like 5% next year and 4% the following year, which I don't know if I believe that either. You can refinance. Like that's an option. And this is not marry the house, date the rate. This is a business decision. And if you have a need to buy a home, and what the knowledge broker should do is be evaluating their clients they're working with. Are they motivated? Do they have the cash in place to buy? Are they communicating with you? Those are the top three. And then you can evaluate even further and say, are they listening to my advice? Are they educated about the process? And do they know what they want? And that's the kind of clients that agents should be working with right now, because there's going to be some people that are, to your point, Byron, they're scared away by the number until it comes down even further.
Well, so that leads a great segue. The survey came out. 78% of consumers believe it's a bad time to buy a home. And only 16% of consumers expect mortgage rates will go down in the next 12 months. Those are crazy stats.
Yeah, and I would ask that consumer, you said only 16% expect them to go down. So if you ask your buyer, your consumer, the folks that you're advising and their housing decisions, do you expect interest rates to go up or down in the next year? And it doesn't matter what their answer is. Remember, Lisa, you just went to the Phil Jones thing in Dallas, right? He always preaches the person asking the questions is in control of the conversation. And I would actually take it to a next step. I said this with my team here in Connecticut the other day, where the person asking the questions is confident enough to continue to ask questions, because if the ball gets volleyed back to them, they're a true knowledge broker and they have the answers, where it doesn't matter what you volley back to me. I know how to handle it either with another question or with the accurate answer. But asking the question, do you think interest rates are going to go up or down? I just want to know what their feeling is. I want to know what's going on in their mind. I want to unlock more information on their journey. Then I may ask a follow-up question, or I may share all of the forecasts, which all of the forecasts show, whether it's Mortgage Banker Association, whether it's Goldman Sachs outlook over the next 2-3 years, or Black Knight, amongst many others, that interest rates, Morningstar's on the right. Tom, you did a video on Morningstar recently. Morningstar's on the low side, saying interest rates are going to average 5% in 2024. And then some of these other, Mortgage Banker Association and others are on the high side, closer to 6. But you have a pretty tight range between 5 and 6 being the average 30-year fixed interest rate next year. And so can you see a scenario in the next 10 years, because you've told me you're going to be in your house for 10 years, that there's going to be an opportunity to refi, right? As interest rates will fluctuate. They'll go down, they'll go up, they'll go down, they'll go up, as they have throughout history.
Well, I would take the exact question. Let's give it to the people that are listening. When someone says, hey, Lisa, hey, Byron, rates aren't going to come down. And I think you just ask them, how certain are you that rates aren't going to come down? Or what do you know about the mortgage industry right now? And just get them talking, because they're probably not educated. I mean, that's our job. That's the job of an agent.
Get them talking from a place of helping, and not in a place of like, I've got all the answers and you don't type of thing, obviously. But once they talk through the scenario of maybe coming to the realization that, well, rates will come down eventually, which will unlock an opportunity like Tom's talking about for, potential refinance situation, depending on their, personal situation. But once you get deeper into that conversation, the light bulb will go off if you ask the right questions, that there will be more competition undoubtedly then than there is now. And that's an important thing for buyers to understand, that while it feels like there's significant competition in a low inventory environment, there's actually far less demand than there was last year. It just feels like there's a lot of competition. When rates go lower, there will be more competition because of the pent-up demand that's on the sidelines right now that extended that lease, whether it's the millennial or the baby boomer generation. And so if you're hoping for rates to come down before you make the move, you're also hoping for even far more competition, because that's a guarantee, than you're experiencing right now.